WEC, also known as the World Endurance Championship, is home to some of the most fastest cars in the world, obviously other than Formula One cars, with their hypercars and GTEs, and of course they have the most famous race of all time, or one of the most famous races of all time, the 24 Hours of Le Mans in it. And it's one of the reasons that's why this is so fun to watch. Of course, F1 has its usual qualities as a sport, but WEC has so many different things. And it's so interesting to watch. And in this video, that's why I'm going to explain why WEC is so fun to watch and why I've started getting into WEC recently. And one of the reasons personally I think is the teams and cars. Of course, with teams in Formula One, you currently have 10 teams running in the sport, soon to be Cadillac next year. But of course, with WEC, Cadillac have already been in the sport for quite a few years now, and WEC have familiar faces like Ferrari and soon to be McLaren in their hypercars. But even if you look down throughout, you've got Chevrolet for their Corvettes. You've also got Ford soon joining also the hypercars once again, but you don't have familiar faces like Red Bull, but it's more teams like Peugeot, was Lamborghini sometimes in WEC. Of course, you've also got other teams like, of course, Cadillac, Porsche, and if they're not really in Formula One, they've gone to WEC to race, which I feel like is much cooler and you get more action about, even though there's 20 cars on the grid. So each team could have 3 cars. So I think Porsche this season have 3 cars entry into the hypercar class, but there's still many teams that could be very interesting, make it really interesting to watch. And of course the cars, which are all pretty much equal. And theoretically, if you're the slowest car, the Aston Martins on a good day could keep up with the Ferraris, which I'd say at the moment the Aston Martin car is currently the slowest compared to the Ferrari, but I still think fair fair battlegrounds on like a drag race or a hot lap, they're pretty close to comfort. But in F1, say the McLaren is miles better than the Kick Sauber, which I think there's no back markers in WEC as much as in Formula One, unless of course it's your first season or the brand new car, as you're seeing this season with Aston Martin. And other than that, the cars in WEC are really close together, which keeps the entertainment right there. So you could be in a Cadillac, or you can be in a Ferrari, or you could be in a Ferrari, and you could be fighting a Porsche and a Peugeot at the same time for the lead of the race. And it's all comes down to strategy as well, which is another key point in this, is that the strategy is what decides it. Yes, in Formula One, it decides strategy as well. But in WEC, strategy means more. There's more times, more pit stops. Some tires don't get changed for hours on end. Well, in Formula One, maybe an hour most, you'll last on a tire. But in WEC, you all have to do strategies, work it out, and hope for the best. Hope someone doesn't T-bone you into the final corner. And even in the GT's cars, it's different. It's completely different to Formula One. Formula One had the pit stops rely very heavily on pit stops, undercuts, overcuts. But in WEC, it's there, but it's mainly on speed and who can do it better and manage their time and their drivers the best, which I feel like is one reason why I personally enjoy WEC. A lot closer, cars are all really bunched up, and it's a bit more interesting to learn about the strategies that some teams go with. And another thing that WEC does really well is unlike F1 where everyone's oh, we can't break the car. If we get a little bit of contact, we break the car. In WEC, people are full setting into each other. It is the most like this. There's a lot more penalties to get given out in WEC, but it's the most more balls in racing. And we're seeing some hypercars clear, some GT cars in full throttle. It's bloody beautiful, man. You don't see that in Formula One, even when lap times, they have to get out of the way. They're fighting still for position in their own race, so they don't get out of the way, which makes it so much fun to watch and so entertaining. And that's another reason WEC has over at Formula One. It has a lot more competitive, a lot more physical racing, and of course, most of the time, more physical racing is better racing. And WEC also drives on a lot of the tracks that F1 does, like Spa, used to be Portugal, but on these tracks, F1 really does struggle to have some overtakes. But on WEC, even though they're longer races, there is 5 times the amount of overtakes alone in like an hour. Like Formula One races don't have as many overtakes, and I don't know the reason. Obviously, the cars are a lot bigger, but WEC has nailed it down. Their format, their everything that the cars are all even, and that's why I quite enjoy WEC. Yes, I have to deal with the old up all night to watch the races thing here in Australia, but WEC, and that's why I've really enjoyed WEC as well. Personal reasons, just it's been really engaging. It's a lot longer. It's nice, easy to sit down. The cars sound bloody beautiful, and it's awesome to watch. And of course, 24 Hours of Le Mans is named on my local go-kart track is based after that, so I know a bit about it. And yeah, that's why I've been enjoying. If you hope you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. And you've made it here once again, listening to me yap about something not even Formula One related this time. So might as well just drop subscribe for more videos like this and on Formula One content and more Oscar Piastri glazing.